What up, guys? It's your boy, Just King Zere, and as you can see by the title, we are talking about the elections. You know what I'm saying, and the 2024 South African elections, and the turnaround. You know, the aftermath or the result itself. You know what I'm saying, and this is about the fall of the ANC, which is exactly what happened in the 2024 elections. Something that no one expected. No one expected this to be the outcome. You know what I'm saying? No one expected this to be the outcome. So I'm going to do a video right now. And this video is going to be, I'm going to put all my thoughts in this. So it's not going to be a short video. It's going to be a long video where I'm putting together my thoughts and sharing my viewpoints. You know what I'm saying? And really sharing this moment with you guys. So let's get straight into it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The name is Just King Zere. Remember that, man. That name only does great things. Follow me on TikTok. You'll see what I'm talking about. We do great things, and we are here now on YouTube doing great things. So let's get straight into it. Man. Everyone. There were only two possibilities in these elections. That in everyone's head, only two possibilities. There wasn't too many other possibilities or anything that anyone thought could transpire or could happen. You know what I'm saying? So what was it? People thought that, at least I too thought that, the EFF would become the official opposition or the opposing party. It would take number two. Maybe it would replace the DA, the Democratic Alliance, in terms of the number of votes. You know, and possibly in the next elections would take over the country. You know what I'm saying? This, judging by the stadiums that they were able to fill up and have the support, like you know what I'm saying, people who were supporting the party and people who were showing up for the party, the amount of support that they had online, and the lives that they were hosting, the amount of promo, the amount of numbers they were generating on social media, you know, all this fame that Julius Malema suddenly had around the world, you know, especially in Africa, in other African countries, you know, the amount of support that he's been able to amass. You know what I'm saying? The type of support that he's been able to amass internationally and here in Africa as a whole, literally, like, we were seeing someone who's really successful, you know, in terms of like reaching the masses, and his message was like reaching, and you were seeing a lot of South Africans supporting him. So that was what we expected. The other outcome, in that outcome, the ANC, of course, would still have the majority, maybe by 51% or 50% on the dot. You know, they wouldn't lose their, you know, at least not 50, maybe 51, 52 there, so that they can still have a little bit of majority, because 50% it would be squared. You know what I'm saying? So they would have that, right? And in them having that, it would still put them in power in terms of like, okay, they're still the ANC, right? The other alternative was that Julius Malema's party would actually take over and have, you know, as many votes and really take over, you know what I'm saying, and have create an upset, which was a far-fetched one. It's a far-fetched one, but you know, it looked very like, you know, even the ANC on the stadium, when Cyril Ramaphosa's last manifesto, it wasn't that full. It was full, but people left quickly. I don't know what was the problem there. But with Julius Malema, that wasn't a problem. The stadium was full throughout. You know what I'm saying? The amount of support he got. But then now, what happened was shocking. There came the MK, but people were looking down on the MK, same as me. I was too. Some people expected. I think it was Penwell was saying that he expected 4% for the MK. People didn't expect the MK to be such a showstopper. You know what I'm saying? They didn't expect that, but damn, was it a showstopper? What a showstopper! What? That was crazy. The MK managed to get 13%, over 1 million votes. More votes than the EFF. It's number 3 after the DA. The other showstopper was the DA. Amazing performance. Like, the support that they got from South Africa as a whole. And you can tell that black people actually voted for the DA, which is very shocking. It's very shocking that the DA got votes from black people, and of course they have their usual suspects, the whites and the colors and the Indians, supporting them. But the fact that some black people who were supporting the ANC before, excuse me, my speaker. So the support that they were able to get, that was a shocker. No black person was saying that I'm gonna vote DA. No one was saying it. But when it came to the ballot papers, some people just said, I'm heartful. I've had enough. I've had enough of suffering. I've had enough of poverty. I've had enough of this thing. DA. That was a shocker. The EFF took 4th place. What? That is goddamn crazy, man. These elections will be remembered for time indefinite. Indeed, this is the new 1994 for real. Like, what the hell just happened? You know what I'm saying? What the hell just happened? Like, wow. This will be remembered forever, and this is proof that a giant can fall. And let's get straight into the ANC. Now, how much did the ANC get? The ANC got 40%. They lost their outright majority. And this is the fall of the ANC. You know what I'm saying? This is the fall of the great ANC. You know what I'm saying? So the ANC has never been so down, you know what I'm saying? They used to get like 60%, 70%. The last elections they got 57. You know what I'm saying? Close to 60%, you know what I'm saying? And this time they couldn't do it. The problem with the ANC is that they thought that people are just were like women who are in an abusive relationship, where you can't leave the relationship and you just have the Stockholm syndrome to your abuser. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they thought. They thought that we would have the Stockholm syndrome, you know what I'm saying, forever, because that's what South Africans have been having for a long time. Stockholm syndrome, loving the same people who abuse you, just because they did something good in the past. But what you should remember is that what matters is what you did yesterday, what you did today. You know what I'm saying? What you did today is what matters. Everything else does not matter. Yes, you used to be a good person, but we are in today now. What matters is how you finish, not how you start. You know what I'm saying? So they never expected that the people of South Africa would be hurtful, would be angry, would be finished, would say enough is enough. And let me tell you, the people who said enough is enough is the youth. Before, the youth never used to vote. Youth didn't vote, but this time the youth showed up. You saw how the IEC was struggling to capture votes and to finish on time. They didn't prepare for that amount of people to come. You know what I'm saying? So all at once. So you know what I'm saying? So the youth showed up, and the youth's votes said hell no, hell no. I'm sure there's even old people who said hell no. People were fed up, and the ANC thought that people just speak and just but they're voting. They're still gonna vote for us. Well, this time y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong. So Yeah, this is everyone's got chest pains right now. Yeah, especially the ANC, they got chest pains. Yeah, things are gonna change right now. Things are gonna change, like in terms of like all the people who got positions in the wrong way will be eliminated, will be left out. All the people who don't have qualifications will be moved out. It's about to get serious in South Africa. We're about to hustle so that we can have big business in South Africa. We can have an economy that's functioning better than ever. The DA, you know, very, very beautiful performance. It got 21%, I believe, 21, 22, 23, I'm not sure, somewhere there. You know, so they are the opposition, and really their voice right now is going to be very, very crucial. It's going to be a very important, because now it's coalition. So whoever got the most percentages is gonna have a very loud voice. Because before, even if you had the second highest votes, you couldn't really, you could say a lot, but you couldn't have an effect on the final decision. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't. But right now, the ANC will have to plead and beg in order to have its way. So that's why I say the fall of the ANC. This is the fall of the ANC, because now they have to plead. Things are not going to be as nice as before, when they could just decide what to do with the economy and whatever, the resources. They could just use the resources as they please. You know what I'm saying? So gone are those days. Now you have to plead with the DA, you have to plead with MK, Mkhonto Wesizwe, with Jacob Zuma, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you have to plead, and things are not gonna be nice for those guys. You know, the DA and all those guys, they already make life tough for the ANC. Like in Parliament, they really grill them. They grill them. I can just imagine now when they have similar powers, when they have similar percentages. You know what I'm saying? Because the ANC is not even double the number of what the DA got. You know what I'm saying? So the DA, who's gonna make the life a living hell for the ANC. The DA, MK, all these people who are disgruntled with the ANC are gonna make life difficult for the ANC. The ANC is gonna have to do what's right. They are gonna have to plead. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the president, you know, things are so crazy right now that you don't even know which president is gonna who's gonna be the president, who's gonna be the deputy president. We might have people from different parties becoming deputy president or president. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy it is. You might have people from different things being the president. You know, you might have John Stenius being the president. You know what I'm saying? You might have Zuma returning to become deputy president. You know what I'm saying? So you might have Malema somewhere there as well. You know, so all the corruption that was happening in the ANC all these years has come back to bite them, and they're gonna cry for it. All these municipalities are gonna be, they're gonna change. You know, people are gonna be fired, people are gonna be removed. What a time to be alive, man. Would have loved for the ANC to continue, but they really spoiled their chances. They've been reduced to size. The Lord has reduced them to size. You know what I'm saying? Mandela fought, he did the best he could, but the people he left behind have betrayed him. They've betrayed him. They've betrayed his ideal. You know, when he said he fought against white domination, he fought against black domination. So they committed the black domination part instead of being balanced. You know what I'm saying? You know, when this guy's committing corruption, they don't even, like, look at the roads, man. Our cars are being damaged by the roads, by the potholes and all these things. People are complaining, they're crying. These guys, they just come, they spend 20 rands on equipment and things to fix that road. 1 month later, that road is back to where it was, or even worse. They spend 20 rand, 100 rand. Of course, figuratively, but I'm just saying they don't spend anything. You can tell that they receive the money, they do whatever, they chow the money, and then they use sense, to fix the roads. When instead of building proper roads and building the infrastructure, making the infrastructure perfect, they take the money, they go and buy themselves houses and all these things, and they live lavish while the whole country is burning. So this has been happening forever. They go to Conga, they go to all these clubs, and they're dancing with bitches and all these harlots, harlots. And if you don't know what's a harlot, that's a hoe, a hooker, a hoe, a whore, a woman that sells her body, a prostitute. That's what a harlot is. They're hanging with harlots, promoting harlot culture. If you read the scripture will tell you about harlots. Stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. This just tells you, shows you that God is real, and the Bible is real, and God's will is ultimate. God's will is the final thing. It's no one can come up with their own stories and do their own things. You know what I'm saying? Only God's will triumph. You know what I'm saying? So only God's will triumph, and we're about to see a new dawn, a new age in South Africa. And that's what I love about South Africa, man. There's always a new dawn. If something's wrong, there can be a new dawn. There's always people with ideas and whatever. And what gives us this thing is our democracy. Our democracy really, really puts us in that place where we can really, really challenge the system. There's no place that challenges the system like South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Really. Maybe there are, but I'm putting South Africa at number one, where we have freedom fighters that fight until the end. You know what I'm saying? As for Julius Malema, I love Julius, but his open border policy is a problem. We can't have open border policy. We can't have, all these things. We need a proper thing where we focus on South Africans. South Africans are not working, and then you want to collect people from another place to come here. No, man. Allow us to be equipped and financially well. Then we can stand for ourselves, and then we don't have to suffer when the population is too much and the country cannot provide for the population. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore South Africans. You can't ignore the people who put you exactly where you are. You know what I'm saying? The people put you at the top, so you need to cater for the people. You can't even cater for Limpopo. You can't even cater for Limpopo people. They ask you about Limpopo, you say, am I the premier of Limpopo? Don't decrease me. I am international. Don't say those things. Those are the type of things that made you lose the election. You know what I'm saying? So right now you are humbled. I'm gonna end this video. When I end this video, I'm gonna go to TikTok and I'm gonna laugh at your people on the TikTok lives when they're coming in. I'm gonna ask them, what were you saying? What were you saying? You talk too much. Let's talk now. And of course, this is not hitting them, it's serving them humble pie. Take the humble pie. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, everyone's eating humble pie right now. Even me on some things that I thought. But I guess I was also having some sort of love for the ANC and whatever. I was hoping that they would get 51, at least 52. But the Lord said, no, enough is enough. And I am with the Lord. May his will be done. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? So it is amazing to see God humble people. Show them that thou is not God. Thy is not God. You know what I'm saying? God showed them that you are not God. He is, was, and will forever be God. You know what I'm saying? So, when you are put in power, you have to serve God. You have to serve God. These people cannot suffer under your leadership. You have been put here not for yourself, but for the people. to liberate and elevate the people, make the people live the best life, to uplift Africans, South Africans, to uplift the black person. And before you go to other black people, you have to start with your own people. Make sure that they are well off. And to think of it, Cyril Ramaphosa is a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's rich. But he just wants to give people 350. You know what I'm saying? So, for real, man, a lot still has to happen. But this is a showdown. Not even a petty nigga like me could imagine this showdown. This is like, for me, it was the last straw that could happen. And I thought maybe it would happen when things go really, really bad. And of course, they were bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, it's too much, man. It was too much. So much corruption. They're doing it in front of our eyes. They don't care what we have to say. They don't care anything that we have to say or contribute. They are all about themselves, and they were living greedily. And you know, one of the things that God doesn't like is greed. One of the 7 deadly sins. You know, it's something called greed. So we don't want greed. We want a good functioning country, good functioning government that loves its people and that caters for its people and it empowers their people. You know what I'm saying? We don't need this thing of using people using their resources, you know, and their power to basically what these people are doing. They're shunning us. They are shunning us, and they are using Africans against South Africans. They are using them to get all the joy, to pay them minuscule, you know, minimum wages, below minimum wage, you know, and they basically don't care about us. You know what I'm saying? They literally just